cell phone or like what?
Okay, say something. Oh God. Test. Testing.
Yeah, I'm thinking like you might have to use more than one device until you get
Wait a minute.
the microphone that you need.
Wait, hold on. I think I might have figured something out. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, say something.
Yo, yo.
It's working.
Would you like for me to sing you a song?
Wait, hold on. It's working. We got it.
What you do?
I clicked. Okay, say something.
Lulu.
Yeah, it works. It works. I unmuted you just now on the live stream. Say something again.
Okay, cool. Hey, what's going on?
Okay, so we have somebody in the chat. We have Melanin Mark Martin. Yes. Yes, Melanin Mark Martin.
Lay down.
Are you still there, Melanin Mark Martin? We're testing out the radio show with the live stream. Oh, he's there. How you doing? Okay, we're doing a test run. Dominic, you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Awesome, awesome. You're welcome. All right. If anyone else, I see there's some more people coming in. If anyone else wants to say something before we get off, I was just doing a test run. Oh, wow. Thank you, Melanin Mark Martin. I feel like I need to find a nickname for you. Melanin Mark Martin. So, Melanin Mark Martin, how did you come across my videos? And you're welcome to call into the radio show right now. We can talk live. I don't know if you're shy, but Dominique has questions for you, obviously.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, Erica. Yeah, we're doing a test run. Erica, you want to call into the radio show real quick? Whoever's not shy, call into the radio show. Let's talk live. I got this thing working. We can hear you loud and clear. All of the nocturnals are up. All of the night owls. There's no subject. Whatever you all want to talk about, Erica, sure. If you would like to call in, anyone is welcome to call in to the radio show and we can talk live. The information is in the description and the title. 724-444-7444. Call ID is 144760. It's up to you guys, though. If no one wants to talk, then we can do this another time. I was doing a test run and I got it working, so I can now communicate with you all live through the radio show and the live stream. Melanin Mark Martin, did we scare you off? Oh, never mind. You said, I've been on a spiritual journey for some time now and always looking for more info. I'm at work at the moment. Oh, got you. Got you. Well, I definitely hope we can connect in the future, Melanin Mark Martin. Are you working an overnight shift? Or are you in a part of the world where it's like morning? Thank you. Thank you, Melanin Mark Martin. Having a ball saying your name. And Camille, yes, the 4 4 4 4s. All of those fours. TalkShoe hooked us up with a good number. So is there anybody who would like to share anything? Because if not, then I'm not going to bore you all and just be on video not doing anything. Oh, Jersey, okay. So you got a couple more hours left. Dominique, how you doing over there?
Oh, I'm good. I'm ready. I'm on standby.
I know, right? I'm waiting for somebody to pop this conversation off. We got watchers and nobody's saying anything. What's up?
Questions, anyone?
We got a whole radio line that's ready for somebody to call in. Let's see, who do we have? We have somebody in Massachusetts. If you would like to be unmuted. Matter of fact, how will I know if you want to be unmuted? I don't want to just put you on the spot. I wonder if this has a... a thing where you can like
Isn't
press
this the
one?
one where you can press the button?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Did it give you that option, like if you wanted to be unmuted?
See, I just called in. I'm not on the computer.
Yeah, like from the phone. Did it say like if you want to talk to press something, to press like one?
Nope. After I punched in a code and pressed pound, it asked me was I a member, and then it said you are now connected, and then you just popped on. But you want me to press one?
Yes. Yeah. See if that works, because I don't see any directions.
Can you get anything?
Nah, I don't see anything on a dashboard.
We'll do it again.
Let me see something. Okay, that's Erica. So Erica, hold on, let me see. Erica, would you like to say something?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to call in because nobody else was calling in.
Well, thank you. What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm glad I'm talking to you.
I'm glad we're talking too. Ask me a question. Share something with us. And you're live. Everyone on the live stream can hear you as well. So
I don't know what to ask you.
it's okay. We're hanging out. Nothing too serious. So don't feel pressured.
Well, I already felt pressured to call in. So I already did that part.
Hold on one second. Okay. It's a little delay. Go ahead, Erica.
I didn't know what to ask. I have a hard time understanding the human design. I don't know. I don't know what to ask.
Okay, well, it's okay. So, how have you been experiencing, the changes in your life, over the last few months? If you're comfortable with sharing anything, nothing too personal, but, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Well, I did have like a lot of changes and a lot of anxiety about some of the changes, but they've been good.
So, where do you feel like? Well, what do you? Let me see what I should ask. Because a lot of people have been experiencing a lot of changes, and I've heard people are experiencing, anxiety as well when it comes to your particular situation, which I really have no idea what's going on. What changes have you experienced that have triggered anxiety that you feel comfortable with sharing?
I guess just in the relationship department, like I can't even explain the feeling. I just have this twisted, knotted feeling in the gut of my stomach, and I don't know why. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing or a good thing. It's just a weird thing.
Okay. Have you been experiencing within that relationship department? Have you been experiencing some type of like turbulence within your relationship, or I don't even know your situation. Are you in a relationship, or is it like?
No, I'm not. I'm open to relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like nervous about just about interacting with other people.
Okay. Okay. So what, I'm trying to put pieces together. So what are the changes? Like the change, what are you changing from? What shifts have you seen take place to where you would call them like changes within like the relationship department?
Okay, for a year, maybe more than a year, I was like really insider. I wanted to stay in the home, not associate with anyone. Now I'm forced to associate with everyone. So I'm trying to reestablish relationships with other people on a daily basis. I'm working now. So it's not like specific, like a love relationship, or just relating with other people.
Okay. Okay. Got you. So the job that you're working at now, is that something is it a comfortable job, or is it something that you feel is beneficial for you, or is it like a energy draining type job?
It's all the above. It's comfortable, but it's also, there's a few people that I deal with that are energy draining.
Oh, okay. Let me see something real quick. Because I think I have your blueprint. I think I do. Feel like yes. Okay. So, and when did you start this job?
2 months ago.
Was it a job that you did you come out of a job and go directly into this new job?
No, I was unemployed.
Okay, how did this opportunity come forward for you?
It was through a relative.
Okay, okay. Are you in a enclosed space to where you kind of like have your own office? Are you somewhere to where you're out in the open and you have to consistently see people without them having to come through some type of door?
I'm consistently seeing people. Yeah.
Okay.
I work at a university.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That I can see how that is a bit stressful because you're a hermit and it's important for you to have privacy. So in a job like that, you know, where all types of strangers have access to you, um, that's like kind of that weighs on you after a while, because it would be more comfortable if like people would have to knock first before you saw them. Like, you know, do you kind of get what I'm saying?
Yes, I definitely get what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you in a position to where you can like kind of eventually move into a like transition into a position to where you do have more privacy, or does that?
No.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
I'm just, it's not all those people. It seems more or less that the boss that I have is more draining than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those people that have to let you know I'm a moody person. I don't like things this way or that way, and that energy is not good for me.
Yeah.
Not that I'm moody. That's what he says is moody.
Yeah, I can. I'm pulling the pieces together to kind of get a better visual of your situation. Yeah, because you know, the type of energy that you have is definitely like, you know, I can see you bumping heads with someone who's trying to like always alter your way of doing things. But of course, that just kind of comes with that boss employee type situation.
Yeah.
So are you thinking about, you know, like maybe looking for a better position somewhere else?
Oh yeah. This is just a job that's gonna get me into a different job someplace else. I'm thinking daily on the next hustle.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of seems like the direction to be going in with your for your situation. Um well, at least, you know, it's a step going from being unemployed to, you know, having something, even though it's not the best for your needs. You know, it's still something that can, like you said, get you into something better. So, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So did you have any questions or anything else you wanted to share?
Yeah, and my blueprint that you did,
Mm-hmm.
what in my personality do you think is the best for me to go towards as far as a future career or hustle?
You have a lot of teacher energy in your design. Have you ever thought about uh I don't know, like what you have expertise in, or you know what you can really like speak well about in a teaching sense, but have you ever thought about something that deals with you instructing, or you know, doing something to where you're teaching people?
I thought about motivational speaking.
Okay. That's in that realm.
Okay,
Um
but as far as teaching students, no.
yeah, I mean anything that deals with you just being able to speak to people in a way that uplifts them, you know, and brings them um some type of awareness to take them like to another level. Like you said, motivational speaking. Because you're definitely designed to, you have a very powerful voice, and it's coming from so many different areas, which I could explain better if you could like see what the way that I'm looking at it. But um you you have your voice is just like it's loaded, like it's loaded. Especially when you're speaking on something that you feel good about. You would naturally be able to move people because your voice is being powered by your passions, your desires, your life force, your creativity, and also your experiences from just like trying things out, like, you know, just like you have aspects of your design that will cause you to like dive into something to gain the experience without necessarily having a pattern. But then you also have ways in which you operate to where you do follow patterns and you do follow more of a step-by-step logical way of doing things. So you have like the intellectual plus the adventurous aspects, you know, coming from like your cognitive skills and your abilities to mentally like understand things. But then, you know, you have the connection to your community as well, and your network, you know, and your friends and your family and the people that are closest to you. So there's a lot of energy of like caring and being concerned about the well-being of others. So, you know,
do you think if I got into speaking on a health kind of issue, I am mothering, and I do like health issues, that would be a plus for me.
Yeah, because I can see that it's aspects within your design that would drive you towards health, but in a way to where it's more focused on, you know, how do we really bring our bodies back into balance? How do we cure diseases? How do we really bring longevity? Yes. You got it. Yeah.
Yes, I got it. Yeah. I definitely got it.
Yeah. So I totally see that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
I guess that's what I needed to hear right now.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I could help. And thank you for calling in.
Oh, you're welcome. I just didn't want you to have a trial run and not have someone that you can try the run with.
Well, I mean, this was perfect. You know, I saw people coming in, so I'm like, well, since, you know, people are like showing up, I'll go ahead and stay on for a little bit. But yeah, thank you for Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'll let you talk to whoever else. I don't want to take up your time, but I just wanted to show support to you.
Yes, thank you. And I was getting ready to say thank you for continuing to support, you know, the platform and for always hopping on when I go live. I appreciate it.
No problem. I love the information you give.
Thank you. I'll be talking with you soon.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Peace. Hey, Houdini. Dominique, you still there?
Yep. What's up, Houdini?
He didn't call in, but he's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if there's anybody else who he said, hey, Dominique. Just anybody else watching that wants to ask a question or share an experience, feel free. If not, we're gonna do this another day. I'm gonna start fresh.
Danny, where you at?
He might call in. We'll see. Yes, Camille, I did do your design. How
Camille.
Yeah, no pressure to anyone though. I know it's, not everyone is wanting to put their business out there,
Oh, we don't have to talk about her personal design, but call on in. We can just talk.
Oh, she said I did her design well. Well, thank you for the feedback, Camille. I'm glad to hear from you. And I'm glad that it was worth the investment. Let's see who else we got. All right, so going once, going twice. Anybody else? Before I hang up and shut it down. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to close this out. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to close this out. I'm going to stop the live stream. Oh, okay, Camille. Camille says she's going to call in.
All right, Camille.
Let's see. Okay, I think this is you. Let me see. I'm gonna unmute you. Central Iowa.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Is this Camille?
Yes, it is.
All right. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Hi.
Thanks for calling in.
Hello. Yes, it is. I'm doing well, thank you. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'll be here to speak. It's a little delayed.
Oh, take your time.
Okay. Okay, I want to ask you about my design that you had did for me a while back.
Mm-hmm.
And it was dealing with my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I was a little taken aback because you also said that I had narcissistic tendencies.
Oh, okay. I'm remembering. Let me pull up your chart. Hold on. here we go. Oh, right. 6'3". Yeah. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm. You still there, Camille?
Yes, I am. I'm trying to listen to the response on my, I have it on my television, so I'm trying to listen to her response as well. I'm here, yes.
Okay. You said you were trying to listen to her, whose response?
To you, I'm watching, I guess I'm talking to you, and then I'm watching because I had you streaming on my television, so it's kind of confusing.
Oh yeah, the radio is like more like immediate. So the if you're watching a live stream, it's gonna be like a delay. So
okay,
yeah. But go ahead. What was your question, or what did you want to say in regards to the narcissistic energy?
Yeah, I was trying to understand that, because I don't want to have any narcissistic or whatever tendencies. I'm trying to understand that.
Let me. What was? Because I know I pulled up the other person's chart as well. What was their? Do you want to bring up their name or no? You don't have to.
Right. No.
Okay. Because I can't remember. I know I have their chart. I just can't remember. But we don't have to worry about that. So
okay.
Because I'm starting to remember what I had talked about within your reading, and it was in regards to the actual partnership, because I do remember looking at the characteristics of the other person with yours and how there's a the blend of you all together creates a lot of back and forth. So yeah, because how can I put this? Because I don't want you to look at it as like, you're like, I'm saying like, oh, you're a narcissist, or it's not like that. We all have places on the spectrum of narcissism and codependency. It's just all about where you fall, and some people are more extreme on the narcissistic end, some are more extreme on the codependent end. So what can happen is, as an individual, you may be more neutral on the spectrum, but when you connect with other individuals, they may pull you to the extreme side of the spectrum, like whether it's the narcissistic or codependent side. So in that particular partnership, because there's a lot of adrenaline pumping within that connection. There's a lot of fighting energy, a lot of provoking energy, a lot of judgment, a lot of dissatisfaction. There's a lot of there's just a lot going on with that. And like, for instance, how you may say that another person is more of like that narcissistic individual, your energy, can easily like upgrade that to a super narcissist, like, but it's about recognizing that, when you get out of like the good and bad of it and just see it as, these are energies, these are a part of our DNA, and it's more than just the relationship that creates these narcissistic and codependent tendencies. It's society, it's the world that we live in, it's the programs, the conditioning, it's so many you know, things that add on to that. So try to not take it personal and look at it as, okay, like this is what happens within this particular connection. But as an individual, I don't see you being like that extreme narcissistic or codependent person. Does that, that's true. Right. So because that your reading was focused on the partnership, that's why all of that information came up like that. But I would definitely suggest, if you're interested, to get something that's more just individual and personal for you, so that you don't take that partnership information and then cloud the aspects of yourself and think that, oh, well, you know, do I really need to like focus in on trying not to be a narcissist? Because that's not what the case is. If okay. That okay. Yeah.
Okay. But I've learned, and also within this relationship, I've learned more about myself dealing with him. Mm-hmm. You know, I've learned how to not allow people's words to affect me so much. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I kind of, although the relationship isn't the safest, but it's not typical. I put it like that. Yeah. It's more of I get more of a I'm learning. It's not a romantic like relationship. It's mm-hmm. more of a I don't know, where I'm growing as a person within the relationship. I put it like that.
Yeah. It's more of a how can I put it? I can see where the romance does lack, but it's more of like a loyalty type thing. It's more of like we're in this thing, and you know, I right. have certain expectations based on this commitment that has been made between us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and you know, in relationships, from what I've experienced at least, you know, relationships always show me something about myself, you know, and I feel like, you know, that's if we're not learning something about ourselves in relationships with other people, then it's probably not a relationship worth having. So, you know, despite the discomforts and, you know, the issues that may be in that relationship, if you feel that you are gaining information and knowledge that will help you to be more self-empowered as an individual, then, you know, sometimes a struggle just has to, you know, bring that.
Yeah.
But it makes it right. worth it.
Yeah. It does. I've truly grown quite a bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. But I'll definitely get one for myself, because I would like that. I didn't really notice that it was just, you know, it was for the two. So I'll get one reading for myself so I can get a better a look at things, you know, just to be more about myself so that I can continue to grow.
Yeah. Do you mind if I ask you a question in regards to your profile?
Sure.
I'm trying to see how I can ask this in a way to where it won't be confusing, but you know, you have a particular profile that naturally is drawn consistently towards like a lot of chaotic situations. And I was just kind of curious whenever I come across a profile like this, it's like, oh wow, you know, I'm really interested in like understanding more, because a lot of times your particular profile, you know, there's so much chaos, and you know, like it's so many accidents that take place with your particular design, that, you know, I just wonder, for you, from your perspective, what is it like being pulled consistently towards like the most dangerous type situations, like situations that, you know, always have you like on the, like right on the verge of like going into like the next life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, it's not that. It's not like that. It's nothing physical or anything like that. It's more. I don't know. I just learned to more get a handle of myself and not allow his whatever he's going through to affect me.
Well, okay. I'm sorry. Let me backtrack. This question is not in regards to him. This is just simply with you. Like your profile is basically like the people that have your profile always have this, you all can see into everything that's not here on earth. It's like you all are always diving into, you know, like what is going to happen after this. So it causes you to be in situations throughout your life that put you, you know, like always like on the edge of like, you know, like you always have your foot in the water for what's happening after this particular lifetime. Am I making sense?
Oh, is it more like a spiritual thing, like I'm here and not here? I don't know.
Yes.
Is it more? Yeah, I am more spiritual. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. In that sense, I think if I understand you, yeah, I am. Yeah, I do more think about the next life. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What?
Yeah.
So okay, now that we're kind of getting on the same page, would you? Because I don't know. I just want to understand it more, but I would assume that you've had a lot of near-death experiences. Is that the case?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, I don't know. People could consider having grand mal seizures near death, but nothing more than that.
Okay. Because it's like your profile is just really, it just has a lot going on. So there's always like something happening that can give you an out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that can, you know, that's always giving you the opportunity to exit. So if it doesn't necessarily show up as like, oh, I almost, you know, like got hit by a car or something like that, it's like something that's always leading you to an exit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I kind of I don't feel that. I don't. No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's like maybe we're thinking like suicidal or something. No.
Well, I mean, it depends on the person. Like, you know, see, the thing is, because this is you, like it may not come off as like somebody else may see it as, oh my God, like you almost ended up in like a really, like fatal situation. You may not see it like that because it's your design, but other people may be able to see the danger in like the way in which your life moves and places you, in certain situations. So it could be that, my perspective being limited and me just, only going off of the different stories that I get from people with your profile, it may not be, like clicking all the way with you, because it's like, well, something that is normal for you is, for me, it's like, oh my God, like that was so dangerous,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was just.
I don't see it. I don't.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. The one thing that you did say that, I guess I can like build on is that whole always being able to tap into like what's next, like always seeing beyond this realm. So it's like your energy never, from what I understand, your energy never really feels settled here on this planet. Like it never feels like it can just fully relax and be settled. Does that?
That's true.
Okay. Okay. I'm working on the wording to try to explain or ask what I'm trying to say. So yes, like there's like an anxiousness to get, to find something beyond this realm, because you go through things like really quickly. As far as like, you may try something now and it's almost like you automatically know it. So it gets boring like super fast, and then like you move into like something else. But it's like you
That's true.
yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in just taking that, it's like there's nothing that you ever like really get to where you're like, this is it. Like this is something that I can see myself doing for any long period of time. It's like it's like the need to go on to the next thing never stops. So that whole energy is pretty much like what I'm talking about overall in regards to life itself. It's like, even with this life, it's like, okay, the more I go through things, the more I'm like, okay, well, what's after this? Like, what is after this earthly realm and this particular lifetime?
Yeah. Yes, that's, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how does that make you feel, like when you see other people in the world who may find something that they, can settle into and find joy, and they seem more grounded? How do you feel like seeing that? Because I just imagine that, there's just a feeling of like maybe you don't belong at times, or that you don't fit in to this world, things like that.
Well, I'm kind of alone in myself. I don't particularly socialize much.
Okay.
And, yeah. And I've gotten to the point where I'm comfortable with that, and I don't really need it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it like that. Yeah, I've learned to be comfortable with just being with myself, and yeah, and as far as like looking forward to when I leave here, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I'm moving to the next level. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's pretty much like what I think I went all the way around the bush with it, but yeah, that's what I was really trying to get at. There's this anxiousness to like get over, you know, this earthly plane and go on to like something bigger and better. So, you know, that whole drive, you know, it naturally creates this ripple effect of situations that come forward that always give you that exit, you know, that always give you the opportunity to, you know, leave, you know.
Yeah. I feel it. I feel it. And I always say, no, I'm not ready yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's true.
So with that, go ahead.
No, I said thank you much. That's pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, no problem. If you don't mind me asking, how it's rare that I see a person with your profile that can manage to stay in like a long-term relationship. So I mean, that's like almost like shocking for me, you know, to see that. But how has that been for you? Like, it just seems like that's really hard, or it would be.
Well, what I've decided, I just made the decision is to see the. I don't want to say too much, but just look at things differently, and instead of wishing things were differently, or I just trying to learn to accept things where they are, and learn from the situation about myself. Because it's just so. I mean, I've learned so much about myself, and then I'm able to, in turn, teach that to my children or whatever, how to not allow what other people do affect them. So, yeah.
That's great wisdom. That's great wisdom.
Yeah, thank you. I've learned a lot. I figured that this was meant to be for me to learn this, and me to show him and my children, you know, to hold our own selves responsible for how we feel.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
That's big lesson I've learned. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
And thank you for letting me share. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Okay. So thank you much, and I'll look into trying to get a design for myself as well.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, just let me know.
I sure will.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Peace. Okay. Do we have anyone else that would like to call in or share something in the chat? Dominique, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm having me a snack, but I'm here.
All right.
That was very good. Last two, those were good.
Yeah. Man, so interesting. Like just human design and blueprints. Just interesting how we're all so different, but you know, connected. You know, and just we're all working from the same DNA matrix, but just the combinations create, you know, these extreme unique layouts, you know, and the way, oh man, it's fascinating. So fascinating. Wow.
Yeah. Was really interesting is how no matter at what point in a person's life they come across this information, it's like it has played out. Human design has played out in some type of way, and they know exactly what you're talking about.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm, in doing this, because I'm so used to finding things that don't work, it's like I'm just waiting for the day that human design doesn't work. It's like I'm just waiting for something that I say to be incorrect when I read a person's blueprint. Like, I'm waiting for it, and it's like it's just not budging. It's like, nope, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. And I'm just, wow. Yeah, it's really something.
Mm-hmm.
Houdini, how you doing? I don't know who else is watching, but feel free to say hi in the chat, or if you want to call in and share a story, ask a question. Oh, and you're welcome, Erica. I see your thank you. You're welcome. Houdini might have fell asleep on us.
Oh, man. Houdini?
Oh, wait, hold up. Let me see. That's California. That laugh.
Well.
Oh my, y'all are bad.
He has to kick it off with that laugh.
Oh my God.
Come on, dynamic trio. What's up? Houdini.
You know this.
Oh, that. Oh my
About
goodness.
time you joined us.
I'm a D.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Melody,
my
I wet that whistle.
Right.
I love it. Oh my goodness. This is why you have so much fun with her. See ya. Oh my goodness. Yo. So this inspired a question for me as well, Sia, even after our conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying the other day about, certain design being more leaning toward romantic relationships and others more toward being single.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a conversation with Stephanie where she said that out loud to me. She said, I wonder if our chart is more like saying we're people that need to be single or people that need to be in a relationship. So I wonder what if mine says, if this says, speaks more of being single or not.
Let me see. I mean, you already know you're a split definition, so that's going to drive you to find someone to bridge the split. But
right.
I mean, I feel like you would be good in a relationship. I just think that, you haven't had the opportunity to, like connect with, good candidates, like I think if you align yourself more with projector women, I feel like you haven't even really got to feel the potential, that's there. Because you could connect with a projector that, that has the 59, because you have the 6. So you're naturally going to gravitate towards a 59 or, someone with the 50. Like, you have so many different ways to get that sacral energy. But even if you don't get the sacral energy, it's also easy for you to get willpower because you have the 26 and the 45. So, it's I wouldn't say, because you do have the gate of gate 19, which is the gate of of need, and that gate is naturally going to be driven for a partner, but it's also it's also the gate of codependency. So you will, as a 19, you'll naturally draw in narcissists.
Oh my God, that's why.
Yeah, because that's the codependent gate. It's other aspects in our DNA that have codependency, but the 19, that is like the gate of codependency. So,
holy crap.
Yeah, it's an energy that is because it's looking for a partner, it's more clingy. So a narcissist can sniff that out real easily. And yeah, we've definitely had conversations about, the narcissist.
Yep.
Whew.
You just help you see why I have repeatedly run into that energy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
And because, you're the tribal leader as well, you have the gate of the king, but it's unconscious.
Right.
It's like, that's another thing that's sniffed out, because the tribal leader is the only voice for the tribe. So the tribal leader has to educate the tribe. And it's the 45 that, it's like the 21 on the opposite end is going to enforce the rules of the tribe. But it's like, realistically, you need that 45 for the money. You see?
Right.
So, yeah. So you being the unconscious tribal leader king, it's like, what you're gonna be aware of is the codependency energy. So that's gonna be more what your focus is. But what everybody else sees is that, oh, you have the king energy, so let me get that.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's also been my experience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like so Stephanie called me a king, and she said that her coach taught her about men who are kings and men who are like other things, like court justice and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And her coach ended up saying the same thing on a few calls that he was doing live on Facebook. He actually called my name out and said, "That's a king."
Oh.
And I was shocked. Even he said something one time that touched me so much that I literally started tearing, because it was like, and now it makes sense to me, because that's what it felt like. It felt like it was something that was I wasn't aware of or unconscious. And then when it was brought out to me, it really resonated with me in a very humbling way. And I literally felt, you know, moved by it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's something that she, in her calling me that, really started to really just make me feel something very positive. Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. But you also know that you have the shaking hands with the devil gate, right?
Is that the struggle one?
Yeah.
The struggle channel? Which is the 38th the one or the 28th?
It's the 28th.
The one. Okay, so whoa, could you share a little bit more about what that?
the shake the shaking hands with the devil, that's the gate that will cause you to, and because it's unconscious, it'll cause you to unconsciously go into situations with pretty much anybody. You know what I'm saying? So you could end up, you know, like creating some type of alliance with a Satanist, you know, not saying that that's the case, but, you know, the way this energy operates, it will drive you into any type of alliance. So, you know, it's a couple of people who, and they're projectors as well, who have the shaking hands with the devil, and they are in some situations with some dark people, and they want to get out, but it's like they can't. You know, it's at least not right now. Whatever they're supposed to be getting from this situation, it's a dark situation because it's shaking hands with the devil. But luckily, yours is exalted. So, you know, you don't have the detriment of it, but still, it's still there. Like it can still play out based on, like, you know, a transit, or, you know, like a certain person can come in and bring a certain activation that will make your exaltation go into detriment. So just like how the planets can transit and cause, you know, things to get activated within us, the same, it's like people are planets as well. So people can come in and connect with you and cause you to exalt a particular energy or go into detriment, you know, like it. Yeah. So yeah, it's
so I was in a domestic partnership with a woman was trained in the dark arts.
Oh.
And yeah.
There it is.
And it was such a dark time in my life. Oh my God, like I started to experience depression. And, you know, I was isolated from everyone, and she was exhibiting narcissism. That's the first time I realized that there was this narcissistic personality disorder scenario with people. And, yeah, she isolated me from my friends and my family, everybody. It was a crazy time, and I was with her for a few years. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That explains, because even my dad, after a while, he said to me, like, damn, it just seems like you just end up with these people, and it's like, he said something like, it's almost like you're fearless. Like, you connect with someone and you just jump in, and even when you find out that they have certain crazy stuff going on, you just try it out anyway.
Yes.
So that to me resonates with what you're saying as far as the shaking hands with the devil. Because and even recently I was saying to myself, what is it that I just wow.
Yeah.
That really makes sense. My God.
Yeah.
Wow. But it's interesting, and also when you talk about intuition, right, being splenic, so I had joined one of the projector groups on Facebook, and I remember saying to myself, like it was almost like a mantra I was repeating to myself, saying, you know what, it feels like you need a projector. It feels like you need a projector. I kept telling myself, and I tried to connect with projectors
Yeah. Cause you know, it's, you know, you're worn out. You know, you're burnt out. You're, you know, what are you gonna do if your vessel isn't working properly because you're always overheated, you know, by these energy types, you know, and always being, you know, it's like it's like you feel useless. You know what I'm saying? It's
exactly.
Like, yeah. So
that is the word. Oh my God. Like I literally said that to my partner, and she didn't understand that what I was saying.
yeah.
And I was, you know, in a conversation like it was only a little while ago that ended, you know, and it was like that whole feeling of like it was almost like her feeling like I stopped being myself. Like it's almost like she thought that I was holding back something. Like I was one way and then I stopped being that way. Like I intentionally stopped it. And I ended up using that word. I said, how can I give you what I don't have?
Right. Exactly.
You know, like it's not even, I'm not withholding. I just don't have it, you know, to give. But yeah, you know, that's that burnout. And I remember experiencing that burnout with like, cause I was, you know, dealing with generators in New York City except for one projector. And that's what started happening when you said my body started giving out.
Yeah.
My back and my legs were messed up because of that. Yeah. I had never experienced that level of burnout, but I had never dealt with generators like that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Thank you. That is so confirming of that triple. Because, of course, you know, the earlier conversation was definitely that. This part, like, wow. Because I know, like you said, with that split, I do tend to look for that, a bridge. And, wow, 19, codependency, that makes sense. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what you said earlier about it not feeling like what I said, basically I got people wanting me to stay.
Yeah.
Everybody wants me to stay. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, remember what you're dealing with. You're dealing with the emotional wave. So what happens is things have to come to an emotional outburst. Once the outburst takes place, it's like it balances back out. And everyone kind of comes back to their senses. But you know that the wave never stops. So it's going to happen again.
Ooh. Wow.
Just keep that in mind. It has to happen again. If
wave after wave.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing but an emotional roller coaster. That's it. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Forever.
See, Dominique, this is why it's all about the sleeping. That's why you said that is for you. That's why you're proud of our sleeping energy.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't. No.
No.
Oh, no.
It's
never ended. Oh no.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
This whole, yeah. That's what I've been experiencing, wave after wave.
Yeah.
Just when I think that's it, then another wave comes.
Exactly.
And I'm like, wait a minute, didn't we already? Oh no. Oh, here we go again. The ride starts all over again. Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't handle it. And I'm a manifesting generator. I would be more equipped to be in that type of energy, but I can't even handle that. So you being a projector, like,
oh my God.
What you doing? What you doing over there?
Right. Right. Oh my God.
We gotta call a rescue team for you.
For real. Holy.
Dominique says a spleen is a beautiful thing.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. And did I say those same words on the previous call? It is a beautiful thing. Yes. I love that you said it back.
See, the thing with the solar plexus is that, you know, emotional authority individuals, they don't even know about their emotional wave. They don't know the power of that solar plexus and what it does to the whole energy field of their environment. And
right,
because they're not aware of that mechanical wave, there's no way for them to have the awareness to kind of track what's happening and be able to say, oh, I feel my wave dropping. Let me, you know, get into my own space, or let me, you know, sit still. Like, they don't even know how to come into harmony with their own emotional center. And because of that, it puts everybody else on a wild ride. Yes. So if, you know, it's like, it is possible for non-emotional and emotional beings to, you know, be in harmony, but the solar plexus rules. The emotions rule the spleen. So the spleen will never, like, you know, the only thing that we can do as splenic individuals is retreat. That's all we got. But the emotions rule. That's why anybody with a defined emotional center, that is their authority. That's the first authority. Everything else is secondary.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Wow.
So emotions rule the world. We see that. We see what's going on in all over the planet. Everything is about emotional outbursts. Everything. So we see the power of how it works, but an emotional person has to be aware and actually want to not destroy all of the other people in the environment. You know, you know, how many people actually are aware? Not many. So, you know, if you're going to be if you're not emotional and you're going to be in a relationship with an emotional person, that has to be like one of the first things that's discussed.
Yes, ma'am.
And, you know, the person actually has to be willing to say, oh, I actually get that. And because I do want to have a harmonious connection with you, you know, I want to be able to acknowledge, hey, my wave is feeling like it's about to drop. So I feel my anger coming up. I feel, you know, whatever comes with those, you know, those lower vibrational emotions, to be able to acknowledge them is like a huge step, you know, when it comes to being able to be with other people and other people feel comfortable, because, you know, we don't even know what it's like to be in the energy field of an emotional person, and we can actually ride the wave with them and be okay. It's like riding the wave is like, you know, it drowns us. So it really takes, you know, communication. It really takes acknowledgement of the mechanics of what is really going on with the code.
Another thing that I was thinking from earlier, speaking of all of this, and thank you, is do you feel like for 6'2", that is best to be off the roof before even engaging in a relationship?
No, No, I think the
Okay.
roof stage is definitely where you would want to like I feel that's the best time, because once you come off the roof, your attention is not even going to be on the other person like that for real, because
Okay.
you're not really here. You're here to be an example of yourself. So that roof stage is where, that roof stage is where, because you're relaxing for 20 years and, you know, your genetics are like, okay, we're just on pause. We're just going to sit on the fence for the next 20 years and chill out. That's where you can actually, you know, just put your attention on other people. And that's why so many 6'2" and other profiles with the 6, as soon as you all go up on the roof, that's when you're like really looking to settle down. And it's not even something that you're conscious of. It just kind of happens. You start your families, you get married, you know, everything starts right around 29, 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I'm on the YouTube thing. Yeah. Okay, thank you. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for answering that question.
No problem.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, off the roof, then that would be like, you know, business or special job or career or whatever, right?
Yeah. When
the
role models that I've connected with who are off the roof, is like you can't even catch them anymore. Like while they're on the roof, it's like that's when you can actually sit with them and, you know, they'll give you some time. But when they come off that roof, it's like you all are so busy. Like the way that you were operating in the first 28 years, that's the way you're going to be operating from 50 and beyond. So you know what that stage was like. You were all over the place.
Right.
So, yeah. That's why it's so important that in this stage, you know, you are in a position to where you're not destroying your body, because when you turn 50 and you come off the roof, you have no more of that resiliency from being a martyr, you know, when you were in the first 28 years. So it's like whatever you're working with body wise when you turn 50, however long that can take you, that's what it's going to be. And if you're destroyed by the time you turn 50, then when you turn 50, just realistically, you're not going to have much time left after that. That's why, you know, in this last decade or so, you know, you've heard about, you know, so many people around the age of 50, you know, in between 50 and 60, just like dropping dead, prostate cancer, this, that, all of these health problems. And all of them are role models. All of them are the 6s. Yeah. So it's like, you know, this is like the stage that, you know, it's like it's all up to you. And you know, if you want to have longevity here, you know, like this is a stage where you want to get prepared and be as healthy as you can. Because 50 is when it actually begins for you. Life begins at 50 for you. So you haven't even like come out of the cocoon yet. You know what I'm saying? Like you're still in a gestation. Yeah, and the closer you get to 50, you know, you feel this every year closer to 50, you feel like something's coming up. Like I got something that I need to be doing, you know, and I'm getting closer to it. And that's because your genetics know, like, hey, the clock is ticking.
Man.
And once the roof is gone, it's gone.
Wow. It's like, okay, yeah, on top of it and all.
Say that again.
Yeah, because for a second it almost felt like from what you were saying that it's almost like being under the roof, and once you're at 50, then you know you're in the public eye.
Exactly.
You're being requested to do whatever, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's like about mastering whatever we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
While we're on the roof, right?
Yes.
Come in. Hi. Yeah, it was the little boy calling. Yeah, oh my gosh, wow. That is really digestible, and it really makes sense. I can understand that. Whew.
Yeah.
So much good information. Like, wow.
Yeah, so like, you know, how you deal with the astrology, the astrocartography, you know, your guitar, you know, like everything that you're doing, this is where you master those things, because when you turn 50, you'll be it's like the frequency of your expertise in those things will be official at 50.
Oh.
So
man.
whatever you're good at now, you can be great, you know, and you know, excellent at it right now, but the 50 frequency is not on it yet. But when that 50 frequency gets on, you know, all of your crafts and the things that you've mastered in this stage, oh,
Right.
yeah, that's when it's time to rock and roll. But it's up to you on how you gonna play out this roof stage.
It's eminent that taking care of myself like that.
Yes. Yes.
It makes so much sense that I feel that urge to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Blown away. Blown away. Wow. What a relief. Yeah, that's alleviating.
Mm-hmm.
Know that, there's like this wisdom in our bodies telling us what to do.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
And don't forget, you know, we're deconditioning as well. And you know, the deconditioning operates in 7-year cycles. So
Right.
yeah, it's a lot going on with our genetics at all times. Like we're always in some type of cycle, some type of gestation period. We're always in something.
Hmm. So that starts like from 0 to 7 and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I just hit my 5th 7-year cycle, which makes sense because it's between last year and this year, I've focused so much more on that energy. That yeah, like in a way that I hadn't before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like heard of the human design, but last year I started to really see how it how it really lets you see your life in this way that is so worth um, giving it time, attention, study, and credence to what is said about everyone's design.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that means that was in that new cycle, this new sixth cycle that I really tuned into that.
So you just turned 36?
36, exactly.
Okay, so
wait. So I turned 36 earlier this year, the beginning of this year.
Okay.
I turned 37 in January 21st.
Okay.
So, yeah. So at 35, I feel like I started to really go deeper in the design. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when my birthday came around, it was like I was flowing with that, And even I didn't even do much for my birthday. I just relaxed, gave myself that rest and that space by myself.
Yeah.
And yeah.
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 Well, you 42 is coming up, but you're still at the beginning, the beginning stages of it. So these next 5 years, you're gonna just through your awareness of of yourself in a way that you didn't know before. The awareness is already working. It's undoing things. It's removing programs, and it takes time. So I've noticed that in my deconditioning process, and I'm not even at 7 years yet, but right. In these few years of deconditioning so far, it's like as things are being removed, like programs and beliefs and things that I thought were relevant in my life, as they're being removed, they will like show up for me to like face them and give me like the opportunity to go backwards into them. And sometimes,
right.
That's what we do. We go back into them only right. to feel like, oh my God, that is the worst feeling ever. But when you did it before, you were aware, you didn't even recognize that it was not a good thing for you. But those things have right. to come up, and sometimes they have to be very extreme to let you know you're done with this. This program is being pulled out of you for good. And sometimes it has to be very uncomfortable as it's removed. So, yeah.
That's what this feels like. I'm going direct takedown, yeah.
Okay, Samani, good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, sis. That's well.
Yeah, Houdini, I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna check out too in a little bit because I can tell that you need some rest.
No doubt.
And yeah, I got some clients tomorrow, so I need to get some rest as well. But yeah, we're gonna chop it up some more about this.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Very much. This is like.
You're welcome.
It's just, wow.
Yeah.
And let me know how that goes with that reaching out that we were talking about.
You said the what?
The reaching out.
You said reaching out?
Reaching out to someone, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. But
when we talk about that one day, Sam, I'll tell you something said about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All
right, well, you get you some rest.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. I'll talk with you soon.
All right. Yes. Thank you.
All right, peace.
That's what?
Okay, so everyone who's still hanging out with us, thank you all for tuning in and watching. And I will be doing this again sooner than later, especially now that I have figured out how to hook up the radio show to the live stream. We can really get some good conversations going. Thank you again, Melanin Mark Martin. Glad you found my platform and you're enjoying it. And everyone else, thank you, Camille and Erica and Samanique and Houdini and everyone else. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. And you all have a good night as well, or morning, wherever you are. And I'll see you all again soon.